Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. And in our last video we stopped at the top navigation bar, where we have a responsive response from the navigation, which has the phone view and tab view and desktop view. So in today we'll proceed by adding banner to this place, like an animation of pictures in that place. So we'll go into our code, and then in this main menu we'll now have to use the Bootstrap function we put earlier, which is the CSS and the JS. We'll have to make use of it now. And although the Bootstrap is supposed to be a lesson on its own, like a lecture on its own, but we'll be adding it in this video and in this course, so that we can learn one or two things about Bootstrap. Now, Bootstrap is mainly used for framework. It gives you a nice framework. It reduces your stress of typing CSS and so on and so forth. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And in this class, in this main class that's under the header, you know, last week we stopped at this side. I mean, last video rather, I said last week we stopped at this class here, the header. So in this week now we'll create another div known as main. That's where the main body of our website would be. So then we'll write our this, say, div dot container. Now this container, now it is one of the classes it is one of the classes in Bootstrap that helps to arrange the work. I'll show you what it does, and so that you can know the difference when using container and when you don't want to use container. So, and in our container we'll be creating a class div called. Now I won't really show you what this call means now until we get to some extent where I'll show you what the call is used for and all that. So in this div we'll be having two classes. One is the call. The call is for the Bootstrap. We can say call dash 12, and then just later on our videos I will show you what it is used for. So the next class will be adding there is the banner. So after that we'll inside the banner we'll have the left button btn, and then in the left button we'll be having a I class, that is our font awesome, i.far font awesome, because we'll be using far dash arrow dash left. Yes, left. So let me show you what that will give you. You can reload it. Okay, it won't show anything yet because it's under the navigation bar. So let's continue. Arrow left, and then the same thing, we'll copy and paste. We'll say right button. Then this one will now be far arrow right. Then after that we'll create another div That's all the pictures. So say div.slides. Then in our slides we'll have the images. I have some images I downloaded from the internet in my desktop, which is this one, two, and oh, it's my mouse is faulty. Oh, so I have 1, 2, and 3. This 3 images I'll be using for this lesson. I'll copy it to my folder, image folder, my JSoft image, and I'll paste it there as image 1, image 2, image 3, so that it will be easy to select. So I'll come down here and say img image srs source. It means source. img slash what's the image called? Image 1, right? But let's see. Alright. Slash img1.jpeg. I'll copy this, paste down, just change this to 2. Paste down, just change it to 3. So let's see what we've done so far in the browser. You can see now the work of that container I told you about is this. You can see that it gives you a margin at the 2 sides, like from here to here is margin, from here also to this place is a margin. It gives you margin by itself. These are the 3 pictures we are going to be using for this tutorial. So now let's imagine I remove that container. Let's see what will happen. Let's remove the container. That's what's gonna happen. You see the picture spread over the screen, but the container will make it we give it margin. Sorry, container. See what will happen. It gives it margin. You see, I might not have time to teach you all these functions one by one, but as we're working I will make sure I explain something about it. Okay, so let's continue our work. Go back to our code. This time around we'll go to the CSS. My mouse is having issues. We'll go to the CSS. Oh gosh. So we'll start our styling from here. We'll say div main. We'll give it a position of relative height. We'll give it 100%. Then height can be 500 pixel. Then width, we'll give it 100%. So I think that's all for the main. So no, that would be 100%. 100%. Then after that, we'll now style the banner with the height of 500 pixel. Then we'll give it a width of 100%. So, and then we'll make it absolute position, absolute, and then after position, what else would give it again? Okay, overflow, hidden. Okay, let me explain that overflow hidden for you so that you know. Let's reload it and see what we have. Now you can see that the picture is going out of the box because the picture is longer than the width I gave it, so that's why we have to use overflow. My mouse is giving me issues, sorry. That's why we have to use overflow so if I should use the overflow now, overflow hidden, that's what will happen. Okay, so you have to remove the absolutes. Let's make it relative. Alright, everything is now fit to size. So we can see what we have so far. Now, okay, let me now show you another example of the overflow hidden now. Another example of it. As you can see, if I reload this page, you can see that the overflow of the 550 stops here, stop at this point here, but others are still, can see that others are still outside instead of it to be hidden. You can see our 550 starts from up to this place. I mean 500 or 550. I don't know which one. Okay, 500. It stops here, but our pictures are still showing outside. That's why we have to use the overflow. We have to hide anything that is more than the specified height. So let's see it again. You can see that it's now hidden, it's not showing. So after that, we'll now have to style. Oh, we have to bring this down because it is hiding, some part of it are hiding under the header. So we say margin top. You can give it, let's say 50 pixels and see what happens. Oh, you can see now it's down. Now this is the arrow I was telling you about. This is the right arrow. And if I should bring it down more, you see the left arrow. Let's see 7C. You see the left arrow. You can see the left and right arrow, which is this one we did here. The right and the left. This is the far arrow, left, far arrow. You can see that. So that is that about that. Let's go back to our CSS and make it 50. So after that, we'll come down and try to style those arrows. We'll say what the name, left btn, comma, that's right btn, oh sorry, right btn. I want to give them the same styling. So say height 50, height can be, let's say 30 pixel, width can be, let's say 40 pixel, and I'll give it a background let's say, okay, let's make it a transparent background. You can say RGBA open brackets 0 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0, sorry, 0.5. Now the 000 is for black, and then the 0.5 is to lighten, is to transparent the black. So let's see how it looks first. You can see, well, I think it's too much. The height is too much. So you can see height, say 20 pixel. Oh, 20. But let's leave it as 30. 30 is okay. So after that, we will now say the color, which is the text color, should be white, smoke white, white smoke, smoke, then text should be aligned at the center. Text align center. Let's see how it is. You can see it's at the left hand side. The text, the arrows at the left hand side. So let's make it to be the center. Let's see. You can see it's white and now at the center. So I think you can now say top. Top, you can give it 50%. Let's see what happens. Transform, translate. Minus 50%, minus 50%. So let's see what happens. Nothing happens. Okay. Oh, I have to do the position. Relative. Alright. So we can now see how it is now. It's now at the center. I don't think we need this again. I don't think we need this. Let's see. Alright. So now that it's like this, we have to now separate the two of them. So that means we have to write the code separately. We now say dot left button, or let's say dot, yes, dot left button, float left. And dot right button, float right. Let's see what happens now. You can see the two buttons are now separated to their different position. So after that, we should also add some animation to it. You can say cursor, pointer, and what again should we add to it? Border radius. Let's say 1 pixel, 2 pixel. And they're gonna be like, okay. Well, let's try something. Okay, let me know it's too much time. So let's just do something and leave. So after that, we'll still have to add some over effects. So we'll just copy this, bring it down, over, can just give it what should I give it now? Lighter. Okay, let's increase the opacity. RGBA. Sorry. RGBA. We can give it 0.5. So we can just give it let's say 0.0. Oh, sorry. 0. Let's say 3. So let's come down to our button. It's not working. Okay, let me do it like this. Alright, you can see it's not working. Same thing here. So you can give it transition. Ouch, mosquito. And give it transition of 0.5%. 0.5% is so you can bring it. This should be yeah. Okay. So after this, I think we are done with the arrangement of the button and so on. So what we'll do about this now is the picture. Let me remove this overflow so you understand what I'm trying to say now. Let me remove it. So you can see now. So what we'll do now is so you can see what's going on now. Pictures are all displaying. So we want to display only the active picture. What do we do now? We come to our code here and give the first one a class known as show. Let's not use active. Why? Because we have already a class here that is active already at the header. So let's not use active again. Where is that class? See it here. So you should not use active again so that it won't distract yourself while running the code. So let's use show, and then we'll come to this place to our CSS, and then we'll say before that, sorry, slides. Okay. You can now say dot slides image. You can now say display none. So you can also say dot slides img dot active. I see display block. So now it will display the one that has a class of active. Oh, it's not showing. Oh, it's show is not active. Show not active. Sorry, should be show. Show to only display this one. So if I wanted to display the other one, I have to move the class from here to this place, the second one. It's to remove this one and show the other one. You can see. If I wanted to show the third one, I will also remove the class from here and put here. So what will happen to show the third one? That will be done through the help of JQuery to help us to be moving the class, remove from here and add here, remove from here and add here. That's how it will be doing till we get tired. So that is that about that. So let's put it back in the first position. So I think we are through with the HTML and CSS coding. Let's go to the jQuery, and then if there's any other thing we have to do with the CSS, we'll still come back to it. But let's go to the jQuery now and banner. So the banner now will be having some variables, which is the number of image, or let's just say number is equal to 0, and then we'll be having the first image and the last image. The first image is equal to now I want to show you something. Slides. That's children. Then in the children we'll be needing the first. Now what is this thing trying to tell us? It's trying to tell us that this slide, this div here, this slide here is a parent. It's a parent, and inside it has children. You see, inside the slide there are children. So which are the images? Now if we say what's it? Yes, we say children first. It means we are saying this one. You can see the first child you gave birth to. You can see which is this. This is the parent, and these are children. Okay. So that is that about that. Let's go back to so that's the first image, and then we also be having the last image. The last image is equal to dot slides children what's last. So we'll now write a function for the left button, left banner button. So we'll say dot left btn. No, let's do the right first, sorry, so that we won't get ourselves confused. So we'll say right, and then that's click, or you can say on click, or you can just say, you can say on, then click, then write the function, or you can just say click for easy something. Click, then function as normal. So let's make sure it is working. So we say alert. Right. So let's come back, reload it. Possibly give it a hard reload because sometimes it does something funny. Hard reload. So you can close it and then click on the right. See, it's not working. not working. Oh, sorry, it's not right. It's right btn. That's what we gave it here. Right btn. So let's go back again and click. You can see that is working now. So if we click on the right button, what happens? What happens? So it will get the current picture displaying, which is a current image is equal to what class we give it, dot show, right? That's the current image. So and it also gives us the next image that will show. Next image will be equal to sorry, it's equal to current image dot next. That is a function in jQuery that will help us give us the next image to display. So then we'll now say we have a number here, and the number starts with 0, and the 0 means that it's in the first image, and we just have only 3 images, so it will be 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So if it's in 2, that means it's at the last image, right? So we want it to come back to the first image. So what do? We now say if number, which is this, which is 0 now, which number is greater than 2, what should happen? It should remove the class from the current image at that time. Remove class and send it show. Remove class of show from the current image at that time and send it to the first image. First image dot add class. What's the class? Show. So let's say for instance this is 0, it's moved again 1, it moves again 2. Once it is greater than 2, it comes back to 0 again. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. That's how we are trying to do. That's what we're trying to do here. So if it's greater than 2, it should go back to, and then once I've done that, we'll now change the number to number is equal to 0. It will go back to 0 again, and continue again, go back to 0, continue, go back to 0. That's the line of that code. But if it's not so, else it should be, else we'll say else will be okay, we'll remove class from the current image. Let's take this code, bring it here. Else remove class, or remove class from the current image and add it to the next image. Then after it have done that, we'll now say number plus plus, that is number plus 1, which will now be 2. So if it does this one, it will now be 3. If it does it will now be 4. That's how it will do until. So after everything now, let's try and display the number in the console so that we can see what we're talking about. Console.log. This is our console. Load it. Let's try and load and click on the button. It's changing. Oh, stops there. Changing, stops. So what's the problem? The console is not working. Oh, sorry. Console.log none. So let's try again so that we can get what we're looking for. 1, 2. Oh, it's going to 3. We don't need 3 right now, so we'll change the line of code to equal to if it's greater than or equal to 2. So let's do it again. 1. Now okay. 2. That's the last image, right? 0 position, first position, second position, 0 first, second, 0 first, second. So I think we are good to go with that. So after that, I think we are good with the right button. So we'll just copy this line of code from here to here. Easy to make the left button. So we'll just change this to left. So here will remain the same. Oh no, sorry, here will not remain the same. We'll change it to, instead of next, to not prev. That's a function in jQuery. Previous, and so we'll change this to previous image. So it's removed from the current, and let's wait. Now if this one is less than or equal to 0, it should remove from the current class and add it to the last image. The last image, which is if it is here, let's show you. If it is here, which is yeah, if it's here, which is 0, you should go back to the last one. Are you getting? So come back again. You know, it's backward, it's left. So from here to the first to 0, back to the last, first 0, back to the last, first 0. That's how it should be doing. So if right banner left, so we'll move it from the current and put it on the last one, which we've already done here, last image. So we'll say last image dot add class. Then we'll now make this one to now be equal to 2, 210, 210, 210, 210 till we get to the else to be previous image. Then number, instead of plus plus, now be what? Minus minus. Going to be 2 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0 minus 2, 1, 0. So let's see what happens in the console.log. You can see 1. What's going on? Showing rubbish here. Oh, sorry, left. We didn't change this, so it's working as the right. Okay, so let's continue. Reload it. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Let's use the back one and see what happens. 1 again, 0, 2, see, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can see that what we are doing is working. So now what if we want to make it automatic? Let it go by itself instead of we pressing it every time. So we'll say automatic, then we'll now say automatic what banner, so I will not get confused. We'll now say var auto banner is equal to what set interval. I know we've done this before, we've used this set interval function before when we're doing our loading page. So we'll now say set interval function this, then what time do we want it to be? 5 seconds. 5 seconds. After every 5 seconds it will change. So inside it we'll now copy this code, this right code, this right. We'll just copy this. That is all. Just copy this. Copy this and paste it there. You don't have problem. So just it. So we don't have problem. So let's see what happens now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? 3, 4, 5. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? So that is what happens. So let's see. I don't like the way the thing is just changing without just changing. Let's add some animation to it, like some transition. So we'll come to our CSS back and say at the top we'll just create a function. At the top we'll just say at keyframes. Can just say 0%, which is it will not show anything first. Opacity, you can say 0. Then for 100%, which it will not show, you can now say opacity. Alright, so opacity 1. Keyframe, what's keyframe? Fade in. So we'll now come down to our slide, and then we'll say should I put it here? Okay, we'll say animation fade in. Let's say 3 seconds. 1 second. So let's see. Wow, okay. Let's see what happens. You can see. So I think that's that for today's video. I'm forgetting one thing. We have to add our banner, what do we say? That overflow hidden, so that some image may be longer than some image. You can now say border box. Oh, sorry, box sizing. Oh, sorry, box sizing, border box. So let's just reload it and see what happens. So I think that's for 500 is too much. Let's make it 400 and see what happens. Alright. Let's see. So I'm seeing some problem here. What happened? Did we by any means distract or disturb anything? Okay, I think it's over zoomed. Let's zoom it out back. Oh, no wonder. Make it 100%. Okay. Alright, no wonder it's looking big. So let's make it back to 500. I don't know. Always make sure your web browser size is 100%, so that you won't get yourself confused in styling your sheets. Okay, I think I'm okay like this. What do you think? Anyway, you can do it any way you like, but for me, I'm okay with this. So see you next video. Please try and subscribe to my channel and to boost my subscribers, and also encourage me to do more videos. Thank you for your time, and see you on our next video. Bye.